What's up, everybody? I'm Energy.
I'm Chi.
I'm Rochelle.
And
this is Therapy, Not Therapy.
A podcast about our thoughts, our dreams,
And everything in between.
Dealing with our feelings and spiritualities.
So come meet us at the table every week where we unpack all of the things. So can we talk about it? I'm dead. There was no reverb on that though, like an echo. And this.
I love how you like back and forth.
That's training. That's training. Training.
Yes.
All right, let's begin. What episode is this?
This is episode 4.
4.
Yeah, this is episode 4. All right, so we're here. We're in. We're bringing it in. What's up, y'all?
Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's get to it.
Birdman.
Okay.
Let's
do it. Let's do it. All right.
Retrograde.
Listen, bitch. Okay, so yes. Welcome back, everybody. This is Therapy, Not Therapy. We are back again.
Yes, we're here, finally.
And it's honestly, it feels like it's been forever.
It has.
It does. Because it's been like 2 weeks since we've gotten together to record.
Like as a three.
As
like
a
three person.
As a complete unit.
Yes.
And there's just been so much chaos going on in between all of that. So it's felt like, a month of Sundays since we've been able to.
That's a good way to describe it.
It just feels real long as fuck, but it hasn't been that long. But we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Thank y'all for coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us on the YouTubes, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
This is Therapy, Not Therapy, y'all. I am Energy.
I'm Chi.
And I'm Shell.
And we're back. Season 3, episode 4. Past the shingles. Past all the bullshit.
Yes.
Ooh, bitch.
So much is ooh, bitch.
Ooh, bitch.
I'm coming back.
Which is the title of this episode. We're committing to it because we just got to do our best. It's
late.
It's been a lot.
Okay.
It's real late. Well, first of all, it's late.
We tried.
We're under some herbal influences. Like, we're just trying to pull it together. We're just here. We're just real here.
Yes.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best.
Yes.
This is what the best
This
is looking
is
like
it.
today. Because it looks different every day.
Every single day.
Remember that.
And we're just gonna have a conversation because it's real late and it took a while to get this together today.
But it's
we're
okay.
here.
It was needed.
We did it. It was
It's
needed.
needed.
It's divine timing.
Because like you said, it's been 2 weeks.
Yes.
Like not being in
It
person,
really
not really
has.
being around each other, me
Yeah.
not being in person,
I know.
hugs and everything,
All the things.
so
The emotional connection.
yeah.
The
But then that's
personal
not even,
connection.
that's just our feeling. But the day itself, it's just been so, everything like, I left this here. Oh, I need to go over here. Or I forgot
gotta
this.
go
I got to
back
wait on this.
home.
What's going on?
Yeah. You know what's funny is that it's like one of those days, and you described it earlier when you were talking about your vacation, but it's like those days when you knew you were going to be out of the house by 11:30 and it's like 1 and you have not left and you're just like, I'm never gonna do
It's dragging.
what I
It's
said I
dragging.
was gonna do. I told myself
It's not gonna happen.
it's
today.
1 o'clock. Like,
And it's like you have the intention to do, but however,
I hate it.
things around that attention
Bruh.
Yes.
says otherwise.
Yes.
Dog, that's what it feels like.
I just remember looking at the clock and was like, damn, it's already 7.
Yeah.
I thought I was on good time. And I was over like, okay, boom, what shoes should I wear? All right, I'm ready. And I was like, damn, it's 7. Okay.
I don't think
Wow.
there's time right now in retrograde. I'm like,
Yeah.
it feels
really like May went by really, really fast and also like towards the end real slow.
It like
It's
disappeared.
It
Yeah.
went fast and it was like
the week of my birthday was real slow.
yeah.
Because it felt like it took forever to get to Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yes.
it felt like it took forever to get to the weekend.
Yes.
But then what was nice was that my weekend didn't feel short.
Yeah.
Like
True. Facts.
And we gotta talk about that because we haven't been there since my birthday, right? We haven't been here. Did we
Right.
go?
The last episode came out.
Yeah, because you couldn't come in,
Right.
So we just
I
had
couldn't
it.
celebrate your birthday.
We did the chat.
I know.
Wow.
We did the I forgot.
Yeah, she was in paper form.
That's what's really good is that even though we weren't able to be amongst each other physically, there was still interaction.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank y'all so much for
Yes.
joining us in our Twitter space. If
That
you were
was
there,
amazing. I really enjoyed
that was really nice. We're definitely going to be doing that again. And
that turned out way better than I thought it would too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the conversation was so great. We had a lot of different people come through.
Yes.
A lot of people we knew, a lot of people we didn't.
Yes.
And you know, it was really dope. It's a very nice platform. It's really different and
it was not what I
way
expected.
to connect. Yeah. And of course you were on there dropping jewels. I was like, we got her back on Twitter, y'all.
For that single
Just
moment.
For that
yeah.
Rochelle literally was high. I'm gonna download this again. Let me just go ahead and download.
Do I need to just download?
Yeah, let me just
The next thing you know, I see her in there. I was like, yes.
We did not expect you to show up and look at you.
I was so delighted.
She sent out a tweet too.
I know.
It was after the joint.
Mm-hmm.
Like one random day, she just tweeted. I was just like, oh, there she is.
Hey, look at her. Hey, girl.
She tweeted.
No, it was a pleasant surprise, and what I did like about it was I agreed. It was like Clubhouse, but without the drama.
Yeah.
Like, cause I understand Clubhouse, but I think because they try to make it so exclusive, it just after a while.
But how can it be so exclusive and then you let everybody in? It's just I don't know. It's exclusive, but exclusive to everybody. I think it didn't really feel exclusive.
I feel like you had. That's like what it turned into for me, because I feel like you were there
at the onset.
Yeah, and I still have it, and I just don't bother. But
I forgot it was on my phone.
I got put onto it by a friend, but the people that he had me follow, it's like the rooms were nonsense, and I was like, I don't like this, because I'm listening to like how to make $6,000 in 2 months, but
there were a lot
you
of
don't
those
sound
rooms.
like right, but none of y'all like how to be a millionaire, but ain't no millionaires in the room. Like what advice
do
do
you
we get?
preach something you're not living?
Yeah, so what I like is there are more people that are utilizing the Twitter Spaces, but it's also more accessible, even though they have the follower restriction. At least it's
At least you can get in the room.
You can get in the room.
And I like the spontaneous aspect of it. It's like, okay, we're popping up with a room. It's not, this room doesn't exist in perpetuity. Like that's how it felt on Clubhouse. By the time I got there, it was just like, do y'all ever leave? Like, this conversation has been happening forever.
I get that.
And with Spaces, it's like cute little hour. I don't know if they do the cutoff, but we did cut it off at that hour, and it felt right.
It felt nice. And
we'll definitely be doing that again.
Yes.
So, and speaking of socials, if you're not following us, it's at TNT PODJAX TNT Podjax. On the YouTubes, look for TNT Podcast. Subscribe, y'all. Follow us. Share these videos and stuff so people can see. Because it's cute and the aesthetic.
We're giving you looks, different moods every week.
We're giving.
We're giving.
Light.
We're giving.
But we always will give.
When it's supposed to have cave. We're goving.
We're goving.
Yes.
Okay.
Shoulder shrug.
We're goving.
Yes.
Speaking of goving with this hair, that's another reason. If you're listening and you're not seeing, you're missing this bob because it is giving.
Selena.
This is Selena. It's Selena.
It was complete. It was complete. Like, my hair was green. My hair was green for fucking a weekend.
Like 3 days.
I dyed, so my hair was blonde.
It was cute.
And
it was cute.
And then I dyed it green, and then I was like, no. I was like, I don't, no. And then I washed it out, and then it was aquamarine, the color that I originally wanted.
That sounds pretty.
It was, but I was like,
this ain't
no.
it.
I said, this ain't me.
She needed to get grounded.
Yeah.
I told G, I was like, I feel like sometimes you have to go back to what you're like comfortable with just to get back to like your natural.
Yeah, it just what I wanted something. If I'm honest, between Selena, because Selena was my inspiration though, because I really did see something. I was like, bitch, you giving me with this black hair bow lip tea, and I was like, that used to be my tea, bitch, and I was like, okay, and I started gassing it. But really, what it was, I was like, I think it's like, for me, I'm very expressive with my looks, right, and I just love to do that, and getting back into that post-pregnancy. I was told not to get the mom cut, which is like when you cut all your hair off. Like I was told not to do that, and da 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 da.
Why not?
I guess it's there's societal things around hair, which I think we should have a conversation about.
That would be a really great conversation. Because just to interject, like if I'm not bald headed by the time I have a child, I fully plan to cut all this shit off when
you will. I'm
not mom cut. I like skin this shit off.
If you don't have the balls now, you will have it. Because I remember, like even with my hair, I was like, I'm not gonna. Yeah. And I just was like, whatever. I hate this. Like it's dead.
Take it away.
I want to change.
Yeah.
So when I was like, what kind of change though. I was like, damn, I want like chic change. I want to feel. I want
sleek.
I want chic.
Mhm.
I'm trying to give like myself.
Yes.
You know,
Abundant.
I'm trying to give.
Yes.
What is supposed to have gobbled?
Yes.
I was really like thinking about that, and I was just looking at that grain, and I was like, this isn't giving.
That's not
me.
it.
She's not it. No. So
That
get
says
into
volumes. It says volumes.
Get into it.
I love it. So see, if you're listening to us on any of the streaming platforms, because we're available everywhere, then you should just take a hop, skip, and a jump over to YouTube and check us out so you can see this fabulous look, because it's amazing.
And you'll see
then
that
you
I
can
have
see our
braids.
aesthetic.
Yes.
All the things, because we have lights, cameras in action.
We really
So
be giving.
we try. We
Yes.
want to be, and trying is doing. Yes.
Yes.
Trying.
ING.
Amen.
Emotion.
Amen.
Happening.
So full disclosure, y'all, because of the day of the dayness and the dayness of this day, we're just gonna have a cute little conversation.
Let's do it.
We've got cards.
We're
We're
just
just
gonna
gonna
shuffle real
talk
quick. We're not gonna
and be
pull
like, you
cards.
know, homegirls and homies for a second. So it's gonna be a real official, unofficial ass episode because it's almost 10 o'clock. So
Right. That part. I
do
feel
we
like
do we have any church announcements? Does anybody have anything you want to shout out real quick? Anything coming up? I mean, Shell, you're back after shingles, thank God.
Yes. I will just say this. Like, the month of June is definitely gonna be like recovery time. Like for those who do or do not know, like I was dealing with shingles and it had a different effect towards the body.
Listen,
I thought, and this is T2, I thought, okay, in dealing with blisters, having to scab for it to fall off, and that sounds not cute. It's not.
These scabs.
the
Scabs.
scab.
The scab. The scab it. Like that they have to fall off.
You just had to wait for the moment.
I had to wait for the post. I couldn't
like,
pick
just
at
wait
it.
around, wait for your
I can't do
food.
nothing.
Ooh,
But in
If
that,
that's not a metaphor for life,
listen, I couldn't do
Wait
anything.
on the scabs to fall off.
just
Don't
wait.
pick at it.
Don't
just let it
resist
do.
them.
And I like to pick scabs. So
It'll
that
get
was
raw,
like,
it'll scab
dang.
right back over again.
It just took away. Like I didn't even want to. It was like no.
Well, you were in pain too.
Yeah, it's not a cute
it was
scab.
She sent, because you know there's two types of kids, the scab pickers and
I'm the
non-scab
scab picker.
pickers.
That's me. Yeah, see?
And so she was like,
I couldn't.
yeah, she
I
called me,
lied.
she was like,
I
I can't.
I can't and I won't.
See, I'm not a scab picker.
Yeah. But I didn't
I don't know what
expect
it is.
for it to have the after effect, which is the nerves.
But we're just gonna throw that there.
Mhm.
Like so
But it's nerve damage.
it's nerve
like,
damage, but they said if I interpret it correctly, it's like a whole new nerve functioning thing is happening.
Mhm.
So where my arm has been stable for the last 2 weeks, that's where it's at. Because I wasn't dancing, I wasn't stretching, I wasn't doing anything. So now I'm basically in the midst will not be performing at the Juneteenth festival that was held by the Market Her. And then I had to cancel class because of my honoring the body. Like I just can't. I will be turning back in July. There's definitely things in the works. You know, when you sit still, you get really like deposited into and ideas starts flowing and you get realigned and you're motivated all over again. So be on the lookout. But my the announcement is I'm just not going to be doing anything. You might catch me light on the live, who knows, but really June's going to be a time where I need to just focus on recuperating and just do what I was supposed to do, or I was supposed to do it in May.
Yeah.
But my energy shifted to birthing this piece. And then after I birthed the piece, everything had happened.
Mm-hmm.
So June's now my official break. And I thought about it too. I was like, man, you've been teaching all year too.
Yeah.
You need a
the
moment.
break. Just take the break, girl.
Yeah.
Just,
So
Retrograde is good for that. Retrograde is good for bringing up a chaotic resting moment.
I agree.
Oh, you thought,
but
you're not, and it's fine. Ultimately, this is what you need.
yeah.
It's just not real cute in the beginning. So.
No.
I'm proud of you though, and I'm
Thank
glad
you.
because you need the rest. Like,
Thank you. I just remember
We-
where it could have been a time where I would have been
Trying
just
to push
think about
through.
it. The push through. I'm telling you, I kept looking at the calendar and I was like, this shit's too soon.
Yeah.
And it was recognizing my pattern. I was like, dude, why is it as human beings when you're down, soon as you get an inch of being like quote quote normal, you get right back to it. And I saw it and I didn't feel healthy about it. I was like,
I feel
I'm
attacked.
seeing this. I mean, I didn't mean to, but
I wish y'all could see that. You don't see it on the camera. We need
I
to
didn't
delete
mean
that
to.
for the thing.
But listen,
Because what, girl?
That's
But
I
that's how I felt. That's how I felt. That hit the chest because when I saw it.
Read.
Girl, that's spirit.
The library is open.
Yes. But yeah.
No, that's facts though.
Yeah.
I think
Facts.
I don't have any announcements either, y'all, because I'll be back. I'll be back come July. Maybe y'all hear from me.
July is a good comeback month.
But June is for me to get it together. I will say I have to agree with that because I don't know who I thought trying to bounce back after having a child, because there is no bounce back.
They lied to us about that.
Yeah, because it's like it's not even a matter of bouncing back. It's a life change.
Really?
It's a whole life change. So what's a bounce back?
Bounce forward. Settle in.
Like, why would you try to bounce back to
right,
that,
though? But it's the same thing. It's like, okay, I have my life, have a baby. Okay, let me get back to my, and it's like, what?
There's
back
no
to what?
thing.
No.
This is
like
like
a new life. You gotta figure out how to do this part.
So that's where I am. Like, even like I'll still post this on Crafty Ho and everything.
Yeah.
But when I tell y'all, like, my obligations have just
as they should.
They've been falling off like those scabs.
Yeah.
Like, they really have. Like, I can't make promises in this stage in my life because
it's real. We'll see.
We'll see, and it's like, and it's not forever, but it's because I'm just in this this real transitional spot, and it's a sweet spot because I feel. Like y'all both know, we're real close.
You can't ignore it. You can't. It's just real. You know where it's going.
Yeah. Well, I know, like I'm gonna get here.
Yeah.
But I cannot rush getting from here to here.
Right.
And I'm realizing one of the big lessons with this retrograde. Remember, I was saying it was about knowing like what's yours and what's not yours, and like owning that, and like putting down what's not useful to you right now. I'm realizing like the things that are useful to me and the things that aren't.
Yeah.
And I'm just allowing myself to not do that because I'm the person that usually does everything. And I don't have it in me to do everything.
I think that's what we all have in common.
Yes. And now I'm just dealing with it in a manifested form, in a physical manifested form. Because like I have in everything now. Like I have in everything. So like everything right now, until I get adjusted, I have to establish that first before I can kind of divvy. And just, like I can't really give. Look at that. See?
I know.
I can't give like a piece. I have to give. Like, how could I not? How could I not give everything I got to this?
You should have seen our baby. Did you see our baby soon?
No.
Oh my God.
I showed it to. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, but yes.
But
yeah. So pretty much that's where I am. Is I'm recalibrating everything, like resetting everything, like everything. In true South Node Virgo fashion, I have plans. Okay. I have plans, but I have to accomplish these plans first before I get to those plans.
Yes.
And my thing is I have to learn to be okay
with,
okay, well, I'm working on this plan. I could just jump in and do this plan. No.
Stay.
Why she sound so bold like that?
Because that's what I do. I'm like, ooh, let me pay that up. I can do that over there, and I can come back and boop, 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 boop. Like, I'm trying to do everything at one time.
It don't work like that.
No. So I have zero announcements because I am under the radar. I will be back July. I can see great things happening in July. Like, I feel like that's going to be my month of, okay, now we're settled. We're back. This is da-da-da-da.
And that is number 7 too. It's a completion.
Yes, ma'am. Right now?
No.
No. So 0 announcements from me. No readings.
That's
don't
2
ask
across
me.
the
People
board.
been asking me, and I'm like, I don't have it right now. Wait till July. I'll open my books back up in July, but as of right now, no, ma'am. So, no.
I'm gonna get like y'all after this week because I feel like this is the time that I like it, in my spirit. I need the rest. Like the weekend that I just had my birthday weekend. Husband took me out of town, which was wonderful. That's really all I wanted. So I got everything I wanted for my birthday. It just didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go in my mind.
Oh, sorry.
So it's fine, but we had some downtime, and that was needed. And I found myself today back and immediately right back into chaos.
That's what you're saying. You literally just did it today. You literally just did that today.
Like she was at the door.
The energy, like, oh, I could do this, and I was just trying, and I was like, oh my God. It wasn't until 6:30 where I was like, I need to stop. But by then I had already and I didn't spend the day spiraling, but it was like a slow boil, just like to that crescendo. So either way, I think it was because I came back and I saw the landscape of the things that were immediately coming up.
And you were trying to keep it cute.
And I was trying to
getting
keep
done.
it cute and trying to do all the things and quickly overwhelm myself. To that end, my announcements are I'm going to be spending all weekend. So the vibe is back on Friday, every first and third Friday here at MPN. I'll be live on Twitch at 9. Okay. From 9 until whenever. Then Saturday, Beats Brunch and Bubbly is back. Brunch is back, thank God, because May was ghetto. And I'm back because I only spun once on Saturday last month.
You did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
May was that girl.
May was that girl.
So yes, Beats Brunch and Bubbly is back Saturday at Rain Dogs 12 to 4, and it's special because it is the 4-year anniversary. So
Of Beach Brunch and Bubbly?
of Beats Brunch and Bubbly, yes.
Wow.
So bottomless mimosas, $12. We're gonna have brunch. We're gonna have like a video game tournament.
Yeah,
Mass is making T-shirts. Like it's a whole thing. So please bring your ass. It costs nothing. It'll be wonderful.
We might have to make that a thing.
Come day drink with me and let's celebrate 4 years of Beats Brunch and Bubbly. And then I'm gonna go home and take a nap. And then I'm gonna get up again and I'm gonna be at Headroom because Malanga numero 4 is Saturday night. So 9 o'clock, I think, 9 p.m. at Headroom. It's gonna be cute. Donations at the door. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be Mass Appeal. And it's gonna be Poppy Disco. Yay! He was supposed to be on the billing last time. Scheduling changes and he couldn't make it. This time we've got him. If you're familiar with Poppy Disco, you already know. If not, tropical house, funk, please listen.
Oh my God.
I need y'all. I'm not even talking to the camera no more. I'm looking at you, Shell. You and your crew. Y'all need to, because you have promised me twice, and then y'all show up at like 1:15.
We was just talking about that today.
I need you to make a plan.
Okay. Charlie, you did
Saturday.
Okay.
Shirley.
Will.
Shirl's Merles.
Freestyle expressions.
Listen.
Okay.
Come.
I need to go because y'all keep talking
fun.
about it, and I never got to go because I was just praying it.
So,
and I mean, it's been, every time has been great, but I feel like, especially because I don't want to talk too soon. Like I don't want to jinx it. It's gonna be great no matter what. It's gonna be amazing because music and people.
That's it,
right? But retrograde. And the way she's been treating me. So I'm just saying,
Yes.
Do your best.
Yes.
Do your best.
Yes.
Do your best.
Yes.
And show up if you can.
Yes.
It'll be great.
Yes.
So from Friday, 9 p.m. to Saturday at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'll be spinning.
Yes.
And then Sunday, I'm a rest. And then we're going to recalibrate because I really feel like June needs to be that sit your ass down month. Because I'm looking at this weekend and like all of this had already been planned. And now I'm looking at it on the heels of this chaos that we've been in the shadow of, and then that got released. The Kraken got released on my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just want to sit down, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna do our best.
The beautiful thing is that it's wrapped up in something you love to do,
and that's what I keep trying to remind me, because I'm looking at it and it's like it feels overwhelming because it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of things that I enjoy. So it's just finding that perspective in the midst of all of that.
Absolutely.
I don't think I have anything else major to announce for the month yet. I may have some scheduling changes. There may be a Saturday, either the second to last or the last Saturday of the month. I may or may not be at Rain Dogs, because I may or may not be going out of town with my mama. So I'm just letting y'all know. But I'm looking forward to it. Okay. She got spoiled because we went out of town for her birthday and she was like, oh, I want to do this every month. And I was like, say less.
Right.
Yes.
Mama Jen.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't call my mama a bitch, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah. So
she gave me yes girl energy.
She gave me yes girl energy. We had such a good time in Ocala. So I'm like, if we can get lit in Ocala, we can get lit anywhere.
Yes. Come on, mama.
So yeah, I think that's it for me. I just wanted to put that out there. Vibe Friday, please tune in. It's gonna be a whole vibe, literally. And then Saturday from dawn till dusk, I'm gonna just be spinning my ass off outside. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Lots of opportunities to dance, drink. Just come party with me, y'all. It's like officially summer now, right? Is it the summer?
Yeah,
Memorial Day.
This is the last week of school.
So heralds the summer. It's hot as fuck. You know, people is vaccinated. I think you should still wear your masks. I'ma still be wearing my mask, even though I'm halfway vaccinated, because I don't trust you niggas. But you know, that's it. That's all I got. So,
all right.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have like an official topic, but we're just doing our best, and we're gonna talk about that. So I think we should probably take a break now. Then get into our bag when we come back and just let that conversation be what it is.
Yes.
Cheese already pulled a card, fell out. She didn't even pull it out. That hoe jumped out the deck. So we're going to see what's happening with that. But yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Listen to these messages from the MPN network. We'll see y'all in a couple seconds.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Love Reigns, and I am here to talk about fly socks and tees. Congratulations, first of all, Mr. Al, Pete, and the whole MPN family for 7 years of just awesomeness. I'm so happy to be a part of the MPN network. The Random Thoughts of Rain podcast is a podcast that I've been sitting on. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it actually came about from conversations between Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin that I saw on YouTube. And I said, man, it would be really, really cool to be able to do something like that and have those kinds of conversations with today's artists and today's creatives. So that's what the Random Thoughts of Rain podcast is all about. I have an opportunity to talk to some of the creatives that I've been blessed to work with over the years, where we stand as creatives, you know. So it's an amazing time. I have such awesome conversations with all of these creatives, and just stay tuned because you never know who I'm going to talk to next.
All right, everybody, we are back, and we are just going to have a conversation. We were actually talking a little bit during the break about some things that Shell was experiencing, you know, with everything that you went through with shingles. If you want to like just keep, because I think you were making a really good point, and I'd like to share that with everybody, just experiencing that, and it kind of, I guess, humbling you in a way, you know, but you can speak more to that.
Yeah, I feel like with every experience in life, your mind gets kind of sharpened, you know, because it's a very powerful tool, and how you see things in life really does play a role on how you walk it. So I was just sitting here and I could feel my nerves, or just the left shoulder and my neck just kind of playing around. I'm just like, like not trying to react towards it, but just let it pass through. And we were just having a conversation in regards of like, you know, having how to take care of it and why would you feel motivated to take care of it. And I was explaining to the girls that, you know, I'm very strong, and I felt like this time of dealing with shingles was chipping away at my ego or my masculine sense of self, like my strength. And because I'm used to being able to carry all the things, but I feel like it's putting me in a new posture to only carry what I'm supposed to or what I'm capable of. And I think it's a very huge key to recognize, because a lot of times, especially for women, especially for Black, brown women, we feel every power in our might to do all the things, because it's really conditioned from having to do all the things. And so when you're really forced to be in the reality of it, like the truth of it, and you can either be really mean to yourself, you're just really kind and compassionate. And I'm choosing that route because I feel like this was the result of me being mean in a way where it's like, I may not have said all the way mean things, but I wasn't treating my body with the utmost respect. Like, I can admit that I wasn't stretching like I used to. I didn't run like I used to. I mean, but a lot of life parts played a role with that. But that was a part of something for Rochelle that I loved. And I just feel like as we were already having the conversation, it's just a rejuvenating period. But sometimes if you aren't able to receive, you will definitely have a moment to receive in a way that you know you're going to receive it. And for me, it's always been physicality. So me being unable to be that type of strength, it does play a role, but it's allowed me to figure out what's my other strength in this. Like, and really it's reaching out to say, I need help. Like, hey, I can't do this. Or do you mind getting that? Cause you know what I mean? Like, to exercise that, it doesn't feel foreign, but I think especially in a relationship, like recognizing being in an actual fully healthy type of relationship, how you can still have some type of pride in you because you still want to, you know, have you, but
especially when you're used to always.
Yeah.
Having to be you.
Especially,
you know
especially.
And when you attract those relationships where you are that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that, you know, to allow my partner to take care of me and to be open to receiving it, I think that on the flip side of me not being that type of strength of enduring and picking up things, I think it may played with my feminine and being able to like receive and accept and know that I'm deserving.
There's a divine feminine quality too.
Yeah.
Being receptive. And it's so crazy when you think about how, what's the word? How compromised how compromised that quality could be when you think about receiving help. Like what? Like, you know, like especially when you're used to doing or being like, don't worry, I got it. I'll figure it out myself. But when you physically cannot.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? And how dare you have pride
that's
over
it?
Like,
that's a new area of vulnerability. Even like if you're normally vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's a new level of, you know, because it's outside of what you've opened yourself to be.
Right.
Because outside of being vulnerable here, you're like, but I got it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're just like, oh no.
I can't.
I need somebody else
like,
other than myself.
I like wearing a bra hurts. Like right now, it's not like, oh, I'm in pain, drama. It's just like, fuck, I'm really sitting here and it hurts.
Yeah.
And then like wearing a book bag, like it really just all I would say is that it just makes me think about how the full body has to function together. Like even with me putting it on the other shoulder, it's like you still feel it.
Yeah.
Because it's your counterpart. Like
the stress is moved. The tension is elsewhere. You still have to do it.
You still have to
do it in a way that you're not accustomed to doing it.
So it's just, you know, I thought that was very interesting. And I know a lot in experiencing I like to share with people, like, you know, and if I was to share anything right now, like do not don't rush yourself if, you know, it's not being asked of. Like if you're really going through something and you're requiring a recovering mode, you know, allow yourself to have that. Like really ask yourself, like, why am I rushing? Where am I trying to get back to? Like really ask yourself, like, do you really have to do these things? Because what
are we about to, like, why do we need to rush? It's like if you're playing basketball and you're just trying to get back in the game it's like, why can't you sit this one out?
Yeah.
Like, why must you be, you know, like you're like literally like you tore your Achilles or you hurt your knee and you trying to rush out there. Like first of all, an Achilles takes time. You might not even recover.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
You may not recover.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you going to be okay with that if things are permanently different?
Right. And sometimes like people go through things and we're so used to having like trying to get back to our old self or old lives, back to our old habits.
You were talking about that with the snapback. Like what is this glorification of having to get back to the way things were when life has fundamentally shifted? Yeah. And it's just different now.
It's just different. Yeah. There is no going back.
There is no going back. What happens when there is no going back?
Yeah.
And then you try to go back. You end up in an ooh bitch moment.
In a ooh bitch.
You don't want that.
In an ooh bitch where you didn't even, like, you don't even really want to be here. Or like, I should have, or you find yourself saying like, I should have just did this.
Yep. It didn't have to get here.
Why?
I should have just not.
I should just not. I should have listened to myself. Like I had the right answer, but I questioned and I doubled back. Now look at me, ooh, bitch. We're here. When really it's just like, let's just take a step forward and go.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's good. And for you to, I feel like we've all had our experiences with that, like our own physical manifestations of that. Because I can attest to that. Like just not even the idea of going backwards and going forwards, and then also, and I guess that'll bring us to the topic, but understanding what my best looks like and understanding that's different than where it was before.
Yeah. And it can be different day to day.
Yes. Yeah. One is different day to day.
Yeah.
But two, the overall standard or expectation. Right. When your life has changed, you can't hold it to the same standard.
No.
You might be able to, depending on what has changed, you might be able to move it.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different expectation.
And like, your best is gonna look different.
Yeah, and I found, well, I won't even say I was beating myself up about it, but I did question it. Like I had to take a step back and kind of like look and see what was going on with me and like my thought pattern. when I realized, like, you know, I'm like beating up on myself for not being able to do this, being able to do that, being able to do this, that, and the third. When it's like, what were you doing? And I was like, taking care of my baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, so is that something to feel bad about?
Yeah.
Like, because I have something new that I have to do to where these things fall off. And I'm like, okay, Raquel, how can these things fit back into your life? Which is where I am at right now, is learning how to fit things around and understanding that my best it's her having a good day. You know, she's doing good, she's fine. And I did my best, you know what I'm saying? And if she's done to her, she's good, she's fine, and I've made time for myself to do what I need to do, then I've done my best. Some days it's all about her. Some days she's real chill and I can do things for me. But either way, they change so much. I can't really get, like, I was putting gauges on it. And I'm like, this day didn't look like this, or it didn't feel like that. Like, I'm not doing, you know, it's like, found myself really like doing that a lot. And I was like, dog, like, stop. This day, yesterday, she was chill. Today, she's fussy. Like, we can't call it when it comes to a, you know, baby, or I just have to go with it and like make the best out of it and just do the best that I can. Yeah. So I think that's really interesting when we talk about how ever changing our best is, and I guess how we expect it from ourselves every day. Like, are we always up here? Like, I need this, because you always give 100, but sometimes that 100 can be like
at a very low capacity.
You know what I'm saying? Real. This is all I got, but it's everything I got.
But this is everything.
It's everything. She's cute.
She's cute.
She's about this big, but it's everything.
But she'll do.
So it's like, are you constantly like shooting for the moon every single day, or are we allowing it to like? Boom, boom, boom. I think that's where I'm at. Because my ass be shooting for the moon. And then
every time.
And then I'd be mad
when I don't reach it.
Right.
Like, how dare I not make it? So what are you talking about? I planned.
Like, I've done it though. Like, and you can, and I think this is very similar when you were saying, like, how you used to, your life, get up and go. I gotta do the teach here, do this, da 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 da. You know, like that was you shooting for the moon all the time.
Yes.
And you were conditioned. Like, bitch, I've been there.
Yeah.
Let's shoot for the moon. Yes, the moon. I have a house up there.
Yes.
So now it's like, go where?
I am at the rooting part. Like, I definitely feel it always starts with a person. Like, as we're all creatives, we build our projects and we build our movements and our events and everything. Like, you yourself, before you could extend in the material way of your platform or your project or your hobby or whatever, it all starts with yourself.
Absolutely.
So, like, to establish that first, it's a must. And it is crazy when you do see the pattern, because when I saw it, I just really felt like this. Like, I looked at something in the eye and was like, this is not right. Like, I just saw.
This might be your first time really looking at it.
No,
too,
that's
I don't think
I have ever. I probably have felt it before, but just kept convincing
like
myself to
late.
do it.
Like, by the time you realized it was too late type of tea?
Yeah, like more so like I'll go with it I just have this compromising state, and it's just like, one, like, why would you feel bad for doing something for yourself? And then it was like, because people ask of you, and it's like, well, why can't you just say no? And then even in that no, why do you have to explain? So it was like, there's a lot of things to take.
It's like onion, like
peeling the layers.
Peel. But you're asking all these questions. I don't
know, but I'm getting to an answer.
You're getting to the core.
Just seeing that is just like, okay, but it goes back to where, again, it just was felt like you are the space where people come to step off on. And I think towards the end of May, I was coming up against an energy that I just knew I needed to reject.
Yeah.
And dealing with shingles, and then on top of that, like, having a friend to pass away as you're healing, it just really kicked me to like
a present state.
Yeah, like, you just got to do what you see in your mind. You got to be present. You got to be able to be still so that you can carry.
Yeah, take it a day at a time.
Girl.
And I can't lie, girl, because I'm I see from A to Z. And it'd be like, bitch, can we get to B? And I know in the past now, don't get me wrong, because I'm not going to say like my life has been complete calamity. That work style or that way of looking at life has been very beneficial to me. I've been very successful with that mind frame. But when you go
very big picture.
Yes. And that's something, Gemini energy is really good at doing. That's why we're great at managing teams, being in charge, because we see and we're like, okay, boom, 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 However, when your life has changed, again, your perspective and your expectations of yourself, how you're seeing things, those things must change too. So me doing the big picture thing, it doesn't always work with my anxiety.
No, I agree.
Because that's when I get fucked up with the details.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling y'all about trusting the big picture. Like, that's my T. I gotta trust that the big picture that's gonna come, okay, we're done. Like, not to trip. So sometimes that mind frame, I tried.
Keep going, we got it.
But we got it. No, because it got loud. But yeah, so it really taught me a lot about how, like I said, we have to allow our minds to change.
Yes.
Thought patterns.
Yes.
In terms of how we're looking at, our big picture and what it looks like compared to our day-to-days. Because y'all know, and Rochelle, I spared you because I know retrograde had you by your ponytail. So I was like, I had a lot going on too. And I was like, let me wait for baby to get out of that. So I'll fill you in on the details. But my day-to-days versus the big picture.
Yeah.
And how my day-to-days have been crazy.
Yeah.
But I've been holding faith to that bigger picture. And that relationship in terms of how we show up and do our best.
Yes.
Like, are we looking at the day-to-day or we're all looking at the big picture? Because if you're having a bad day and you're looking at that big picture, you're like, I'm never going to make it.
Yeah.
I am never going to make it. No. That's a lie. Like, you're like, what did I do? Overzealous.
You know what,
I did the most.
I have to say, when you're having that kind of day, it's like, at least I can only speak for myself because I'm looking at myself in the day that I started to have today, because it started very big picture and then it's very getting into all the details, but trying to get into all the details at one time.
Yeah.
And it was a day where it was like, I needed to just stop.
Yeah.
My best was stop it.
Yeah.
Because you're going too far, you're doing too much, and you're trying to do it all right now.
You're trying to paint the whole picture.
Trying to paint the whole picture today. Okay?
That is very second.
Get that shit framed and hung.
How are you trying to paint the whole Sistine Chapel today?
Right now.
By 3:00.
And then have
you have a
time.
schedule.
Because I have a schedule.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to stop myself because I felt myself getting just out of control. It was Michelangelo, right?
Right. You heard me? I was thinking it was a Da Vinci. I'm sorry. It was Michelangelo.
I don't know. Was it? I don't want to be wrong. We don't know.
Sorry for the art blurs. I'm sorry to the art blurs.
Y'all know
I
what we
can't
meant.
remember.
You know what she meant.
It's one of them.
You know what she meant.
I think it was Michelangelo.
I want to say, was it Da Vinci? Girl, I don't
Da
know.
Vinci.
Was it Da Vinci?
I don't know.
I don't know. There were some multi-talented, versatile ass.
But even they didn't do it in a day.
They did it.
So
they did it.
It's just it's finding that I'm feeling and I'm receiving and I'm accepting. Because even today, Shell once again in the group chat came through with the message, and it took me so long to just listen to the damn thing because so much was happening and there was so much that I put in my own way.
Real quick, even taking the time to listen to an audio message in itself is a moment of stillness. There's been times where I've been like, okay, Raquel, sit down. Just listen. Just listen for a second. Because I keep thinking, I'm going to get to it. But I'm like...
Because in my mind, I'm like, I want to get to it when I'm here, when I'm present, when these things are out of the way, when I can focus. And it's just like, maybe you need to just...
Because you're going to get a message. You might get a message that you need.
You might need this so that you can continue on with the rest of your day. I was late as fuck.
It's Michelangelo.
See, I knew it. I said it. I said Michelangelo. I got you. Don't worry about it. I knew it. I knew it. But then I questioned myself. See?
But that's a T.
I knew it. Okay, continue. I knew it. I just got excited.
Because when you knew.
The trivia
when you know.
nerded me.
We just doing your best, staying focused in that moment and just...
The stillness.
Taking the time in the stillness.
I think that's a good point you made. Like the stillness. Sometimes the stillness is your best moment. It's the still part.
Yeah. I get upset with myself when I don't realize that until it's too late. When I've spent the day spiraling and it's like, you could have just not. Because you're putting all of these, boundaries up, or you're putting all of this pressure on yourself, or, shouldering all of these things that you've got to do and telling yourself these stories. And it's like, nobody said that you had to do any of this. But getting wrapped up in all of that because of the
it's those
ways
narratives
that we've shot for the moon before, and like we've done this before, we've been able to do all the things. Why can't we do all the things now? It's like maybe now is not the time to do all of the things.
Yeah.
And if we're really honest,
Yes.
how successful were you doing all of the things before? Were you stressed? Were you happy? Was it smooth sailing, or were you just successfully driving yourself insane?
Or are you on a hamster wheel of I'm gonna do better? Like I'm never gonna do this again.
Yes.
Next time I'm gonna be like this. Next time, da 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 da.
And then before you know it,
You're back in the same place because you're doing it all over again.
yes.
And I will say, like, you know, like I said, I say this to everybody: you don't have a child. You don't have to have a child to understand how. How perspective can change and how priorities can change when you choose to focus on something.
When you choose
to
focus.
I've always had a fairly focused like lifestyle. Like, you know, I guess people would know me for always being a specific kind of, you know, like music has always been kind of the front for everything, and I've always just given everything to that and just kind of been chilling there. And I think it's interesting because while I'm like proud of that, it's also like so many things that I didn't get to, or because I was so fixated on a certain narrative, and I kept drilling, like I kept prioritizing and putting everything into, you know what I'm saying, into music or into something specific. And I think sometimes we can get in our own way when we do jump in head first and we're just always in the things and everything, because you kind of miss out on other things that when you naturally change and evolve, that might, your attention might gravitate toward. So I think I'm going into a place of, when we're talking about doing our best, how we can stop that by continuing like the same narratives we have for ourselves. Like for instance, like if you just started DJing like a year ago, like really getting into it a year ago. Like if you were like, I'm Jihan, the Zumba instructor, that's it.
Exactly.
You know, and kind of staying like, no, this day doesn't fit because it's not aligning with the big picture of Zumba instructor.
Wow.
You know, like, or like I'm, Rochelle, and this is what I do. I'm trying to think, because you've been pretty good at what you've done. You've been doing the same thing, but it's just
consistent.
like,
but even in
but
shifting,
if you were,
evolving and growing.
Like I'm Rochelle and I'm just this dancer.
You could have
or just this type of studio.
This type of studio, yes,
and nothing else beyond that.
And if you started growing and gravitating toward things, but it didn't fit with your best of being that studio teacher, you would reject it.
Yeah.
And I also think that's where I feel like a lot of people don't recognize, like, at least for me, I realized that was a big thing. It's like, if it doesn't fit in my narrative of what I think is the bigger picture, the big picture, even though that big picture is constantly evolving too, I'll like end up shutting out some shit that I probably should have done.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like if you're like, your big picture is, I want to be happy, healthy, and successful, right?
Yeah.
But during your day, you're like, I don't have fucking time to work out.
Right.
The healthy,
where
you're not contributing to that part of your shit. You reject it because it's not, well, I gotta get this done, I gotta do this, I'm trying to be successful, forgetting all about the healthy part, and you don't include it in your day because you reject it because you're too busy trying to do this part, when if you would have took the time and did the healthy thing, it's a part of the bigger picture.
Right.
Come on.
And sometimes I'm really good at that. I'm really good at focusing on one part of that big picture, that I'm like, I would have felt just as good if I had included this, and if I would have made time for this, then I would feel a lot more satisfied than I do right now. But I don't, because I'm so, sometimes we just dive and get stuck.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That is.
I'm so good at that. But I'm getting better, though. I'm getting a lot better. It's just, include your healthy part, everybody.
Yeah. And that goes physical, is really mental.
No, like that could be anything.
That could be anything, but it starts.
Health is wellness.
Yeah, health. It could be praying.
Yeah,
mental health. It could be praying, meditating.
Yeah,
therapy,
doing biblical studies, therapy.
Yeah,
it could be physical. It could be, you know what I mean. It could be something that's just like taking the time to listen to music, disconnecting.
Yeah,
like, but we're so focused on the successful,
on reaching the goal.
When we're not happy because we're not doing the things that make us feel good, because we're so focused on this, so the happy part is gone, and then it's just all success.
But is it?
But is it?
You're right.
Because the bitch ain't even happy today. So it's like
stressed and successful, quote unquote.
Right. But if, God forbid, I put down something that I have to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to reach that. I'm not gonna,
one, I guess.
Whatever is a part of your big picture.
Yeah.
It's not cute. It's not cute, guys. Not cute. But at the same time, it does help you see how you can include other things, like resting.
And should.
Resting is
that
a
shouldn't
part.
even be a thing you have to plan.
No.
It should be like the thing to do.
You don't be mad at yourself for sleeping in a little bit later than you thought you was. Like your body needed it. So your body said, bitch, we're waking up at 10 today.
Yes.
I know on your clipboard it said 8 a.m. sharp, you are here. It's 10:35. And my bones are like, like your body's like, I will wake up when I say wake up.
Who was going to get up and start running this morning at 6 o'clock? Who had a plan? Me. Who did it?
You had a plan to run at 6
I was like, you know what? It's June. I'm going to just jumpstart. We're just going to get this together. We're going to do all the things. It's going to be great. We're going to get up. We're going to start, put our list together. We're going to know. We're going to get ahead. And it's just, no.
A 6 a.m. run.
I don't know who the hell
Off
told
the heels
me.
of vacation?
That was my plan. I don't know why. Because I was just so ambitious. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change it around today. Everything's going to be today is the day.
Change now. Now, everything flip. And go.
Boom. Nothing.
No.
Nothing. And the crazy thing is just like, it's happened before when these moments like this happen. It's like a lot actually does get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that I didn't make or have a good use in my day. There were a lot of things that got done. There was a lot of planning. Like I know how the rest of the week is going to go. There were a lot of things that were accomplished and I could have taken the time. And I think that's why I'm being so quiet during this. It's because I'm receiving it because I'm not in a position where I feel like I have any authority to talk about this from a place of, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know. I identify all of my bullshit and I'm like, this is what I did to myself today. I did it. I did it to me.
You come to a point, a place and time in your life where you are not going to yell back.
Yeah, I'm just...
You literally...
I'm not even going to be mad about
You
this.
just sit and you take and you understand. And that's what actually makes the calamity or the raggedy parts of life smooth. Like either smooth sailing. Like it makes it more easier. You actually find yourself being happy or content because you're recognizing that flow. And even though you're just like, why at the moment, emotion and all, you see it and you understand.
I was going to say, because sometimes it's important to know that too. Like, because you could really feel like, okay, because like when retrograde season comes around, like, because mind you, it was great. My birthday was great. Everything was fine. And then like in an instant, shit got crazy. Right. And I felt like that too. But sometimes shit needs to get crazy for things to get into place. Like sometimes shit needs to be shook up. Like tables need to fucking flip.
Yeah.
Things need to flip
tower
over.
Moment.
Yes. And that's the Scorpio in me does truly embrace tower moments. Because when shit goes wrong, the first thing my brain is like, yep, that was it. I know why this happened. And it's, I don't know, it's like a foreshadowing kind of thing. But I've always been a fan of the tower moment because I feel like, well, a bitch finna be rebuild. It's fine. We can find our way through these ashes. But I always feel like when there's an opportunity for things to shift and change, that it's an opportunity for growth.
Yes.
Now, ponytails do get pulled now. So,
Wrapped
and with the
gripped.
Mercury and Gemini, I'm going kicking and screaming. I'm not going to act like I'm not because the bitch been kicking and screaming. However, it's like, I had to like literally release what I thought was my bigger picture. I just had to release so much, like the expectations, like that Virgo, like my Virgo of it's going to be like this and it's supposed to be like this and it's this and I had to let all of that shit go just so I can have a good day and appreciate like where I'm literally like starting over. Like I'm literally with a new life and I have to appreciate being in the beginning stages of this journey. You know what I'm saying?
It is that.
Yeah. And like stop trying to relive.
Yeah. Or compare.
To past
bring
journeys.
the back to the now. Like,
yeah. Because like, just like you'd be like, Jan, you used to be able to handle this. What happened? That whole thing. That's a whole funky ass narrative. That's like from what?
She's loud.
Yeah, loud and old. just loud and
Like,
old.
why are you still here?
Still here, but sometimes we hold on to it because
It's
what we know.
It's what we know out of habit.
Out of habit.
Yeah.
You
just routine.
literally had to get shingles
Yeah, literally.
to
To be like, okay.
got it.
Understood.
Got it.
And not only that, it's just like, it's like the familiar feeling is like, I literally do feel like God just like took me and plopped me. It's like, you're supposed to be here. It's like, okay. Like, it just feels very familiar and very new. Like, when mentioning the whole like body and physical transformation, like what really allowed like my mind to see things in a more positive way and not to be mean to myself, it was one, I was already overdue in like working out my body. I was already overdue, so I was excited. But what helped me to get excited about it was just like it had to do with when you had called and you had Liv on the phone and she was dancing and having Aura watch her dance. It was like, you know, I had that moment, and then
She was trying to recreate Chandelier.
she was
The
dancing. She was dancing.
She was trying to follow the girl and was trying to do it. And my mama came in and was like, let me move this table out the way so you can get it. So you can do your thing. And she was like, thank you.
And then just living her life, and then Aura's just there just watching. Like, seeing that was like, okay.
We ended up crying on the phone.
Had
Like,
a
I
whole
don't know, it was
moment.
emotional for me, so I was like, let me call Michelle and show her. We was like,
And I was having a moment on pause.
She was like, what's going on? Why is this
Because
so
it was like,
emotional?
seeing that moment was like, between that and someone actually telling me one day I'm going to be you. And I was like, dang, like one day I'm not going to be here. Or one day, like something about that. And then recognizing what was currently happening with my body.
Like,
I
I'm
was
going to
like,
move into another position one day. I'm
I'm not going to be
this.
doing this. And then just, even with my body, I was like, okay, your body is experiencing something that you cannot expect it to go back into quote, quote, normal. You have to find a new normal, just like with the pandemic.
Yep.
And when I felt that, there was peace, because it's like, one, I am turning 35, so bitch, you better do something to get you through 35. So it's like understanding that, taking accountability, and that realization of like, okay, what have you not done and what you're going to do and why are you going to do it? And then even understanding the change with it. I'm not going to be forever in this position, but what's beautiful is that when people see it before you see it. I had someone say, like, I can look at you and tell that just how you do your curriculum with your dance, I can see you be a professor. And I was like, good, because that's what I want to be. But also in that, you don't know what's going to happen, you know, to get you there. And you might be limited in one way, or you might be limited but be able to, I don't know, it's like a different extension of yourself. And Raquel's over here, I'm sorry, I call her by her real name, because she over here shaking her head, flipping these cards, because I'm just talking. I'm gonna just stop right here.
No, you can keep going.
Because I'm looking at, if
I
y'all
felt cold
see me,
expression though.
I felt cold I'm sorry. I felt cold
I just
peak.
feel it.
And I was
just
just like,
I just feel
Each
it.
peak, it got more dramatic.
It got more, and I was like,
ah!
what's she about to say?
All right, well let's use that as a segue, because we are keeping it cute this episode.
We are,
and we're good on time. Let's take another quick break. We'll be right back. Listen to these messages from the MPN network.
It's all in my
We'll see y'all in a second. We're about to get dragged. I already know.
God.
I already know. It's about to be real.
No, because let me also say this.
We'll be right back, y'all.
we'll be back.
The Groove Suite.
This is Ashley Art, and when I create my art, I listen to Sunday Vibes with Christina Curates.
This is DJ Miss 10, and I'm listening to Sunday Vibes with my girl, Christina Curates.
The Groove Suite.
This is DJ Foundation, and I'm listening to Sunday Vibes with Christina Curates.
This is Mr. Goodbar of the Remedy, and I'm listening to Sunday Vibes with Christina Curates, powered by the Groove Suite.
The Groove Suite.
Sunday Vibes.
Check out Christina Curate's Sunday Vibes, 9 p.m. on Sundays on soundofduval.com.
We're back.
All right, y'all, we're back.
That's it.
It's time for the reading. Make sure you're following at Crafty Hoko. That's CRAFTYHOE.
She's dry right now. Sorry.
CO. It's
Not
fine.
sorry.
The reading is going to be up there. Don't ask for readings right now. Like, just the TNT readings are going to be up there. But she's not taking requests. She's not taking any solicitations.
Please.
No orders. No
I told
insights. Nothing till July. Like, don't hit her up.
Just don't. And I've had to tell a few people, like, just please.
Just don't.
I
It's
can't.
not the time.
It's too much.
We're in downtime. This is the sowing time. This is not the reaping time.
The message would be tired.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be like, okay, I wouldn't be giving you my all. And I don't want to do that. It's such sensitive information that I would probably fumble because I just don't have it. However, so I used Jihan's Wisdom of the Tao oracle cards because in true retrograde fashion, I left my cards at home. So I pulled throughout the conversation because I just wanted to see what would happen when if I did it that way instead of just at the end, because I wanted to see how the conversation influenced the cards. So what's groovy is I picked 4 because I did kind of want to clarify her at the end of it. And these are pretty self-explanatory, so we'll get into it. So the first card we have is Be Careful. And it says, beware of unnaturally kind gestures, sweet intents, and flattering words. Your scenario may not be as transparent as you think. Avoid unpleasant energies if possible, especially those who are seemingly threatened or bothered by you. Now that's an energy in itself. And I don't know if anybody out there is dealing with that kind of energy. I kind of feel like it's like, just, to me, how it landed on me was like not to fool yourself. Stop lying to yourself in terms of like trying to sweet talk yourself into overextending or like, you know, or like trying to coax yourself into just doing what you usually do, which is the most, you know, like be careful how you can trick yourself into doing that. I think pertaining to our conversation, that's how that landed on me. Because sometimes we can be our own worst enemy when it comes to that shit. Because we'll convince ourselves this is what we need to do in order to freaking get to the big picture, when sometimes we need to put that shit down and do the other stuff too, so we can be balanced and like enjoy the pain, like the painting part. Like, how can you make a masterpiece if you're like pissed the whole time? Like, just, you know, like, you know, and sometimes it works, sometimes you get your best work that way, but like at the expense of just being depleted. You know, it's like, if this is we're thinking about our painting in terms of our life. Like, what do we want our life to mean? What do we want our life to look at? Like, look like? Do we want to be like miserable the whole time we're putting that shit together? Like I personally feel like if I'm miserable, it's gonna be miserable. Yes. Like, it don't work. It's reflective to me. Yeah. Like, if I'm miserable now, I'm just going to be miserable. It's all miserable. And me chasing this is not making it better. There's something I need to fix so that I'm no longer, you know, like miserable. So the next one that came after that was eliminate negative energy. Be aware that some unpleasant energy may be at hand. Evoke space clearance. Sever your connections to negative influences. Declutter and detox. So when we're talking about doing our best, and I guess it comes down to what the best looks like for us and asking ourselves what things are in our lives that's affecting our look, like the outcome of the bigger picture. What are we looking at? Is there certain things that we're doing, certain habits, certain negative thought patterns, or, you know, hindrances, just thoughts that can keep us from looking at that positively? I know for me personally, I can be overly analytical. And I can suck the magic out of some shit because I'm pulling it apart with the details. Like, well, this isn't, well, what about this and this? I'm questioning everything. I'm naturally inquisitive, and that's great. Yeah. Not when magic is trying to work on my behalf. I'm like, God, that's cool, but what's that? What's that? What's this and that? And
instead of just letting it happen.
Instead of letting it flow. So I think eliminate negative energy. What's surrounding your day-to-day that's causing you to look at your bigger picture with such stress? And what's allowing you to move in a way, like, should you be moving towards your bigger picture like a train? Like, is that the energy we're trying to do? Or are we trying to, like, I gotta drive it. I gotta get to my destination. Like, is that the oh my God. Is that the vibe we're trying to go? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is it that's influencing? That's what I be thinking. Like, you know, we have one of those days where you just feel like a train, like a train just going hard.
Like, I gotta. That was today.
And you know, it's like with trains, there's no curves, no turns. Some niggas be straight. They just be going. Like, I just gotta get there.
They will go off the track
with a hard, stupid stop. You know, and it takes forever to stop. Yeah, but we all the way across. Just dramatic even in the style. So it's like, what energy is in your life that's causing you to like just like bulldoze? You know what I'm saying? And I think when you think about that, it's like your head's down. And you're just like, you're not stopping. Remember we were talking about stopping and smelling the roses.
Being in the garden.
Being in the garden. Like, why are you hopping on the Amtrak? I'm like, I gotta get there! No! Like, you know what I'm saying? So then what came after that was change your lifestyle.
Oh, I about threw this phone. I'm about to drop this bitch. Like, oh my God.
Nurture your body through communion with nature.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Look, and strengthen your spirit with laughter. Engage in mindful exercises like Tai Chi, Qigong. Address discomfort before it is too late. Modify your diet.
Ooh. And I've been literally, like I was...
Fine.
No, seriously. We can do this.
Fine.
We can do this. It can be fun.
I saw the fur coat. I just tasted a feather in my mouth when I felt that cold ass fine. Okay.
Going back to the car.
Oh, it's locked? Fuck. Fine.
Take off my coat.
Just walking back rude. So yeah, like, you know, it's like, okay, when you were talking about change your lifestyle.
It just really felt right now.
Yes.
It's so felt.
It's really felt.
That's
not what you felt.
That's how it felt.
That's not what you felt. But that's tea, because you have to modify your lifestyle because of your circumstance. Like, what has happened to you has transformed you into being more aware. That's what my pregnancy did for me. Like, it made me more aware of that. And I think for you, just getting the opportunity to do what you love, but at the same time, learning to maintain the balance. Like, your shit has been all about balance since the years started, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and like maintaining
Yeah.
what it
or
is
finding,
that you have.
or finding it.
Yes.
Establishing it, yes.
Yes. And that can require you to modify and change some things, whether it be your diet. That address discomfort before it's too late. That's a big thing for me, because I'm more than happy to vocalize my discomfort towards something else, but it's for myself. I have to know when to say, like, okay, I need to get help for this, or I need to call a doctor for this, and I need to do this for this, you know? So when it comes to your big picture and doing your best, like, are there necessary changes that you need to make before you can even show up and do your best? Like, are you real at a 30% because your shit is raggedy and you doing old shit and you're doing shit that you don't even want to do no more? So your heart ain't even in it. And like, you know what I'm saying, feeling whack because your diet is trash and you've been eating a lot of sugar and like you don't even eat meat like that, but you've been killing it because you've just been stress eating. Like, it's a lot that goes in terms of how we look at our lives, how we look at ourselves, and we know that if we feel good, we look good, and it all goes hand in hand. And when I say we look good, I had to say feel good first, because when you feel good, everything is good. When you're good on the inside, you feel better about everything on the outside. So there might be some necessary changes, and you know, coming from that, eliminating negative energy, being careful about the energy that you already have in your life, and how you are. I really feel like this is self shit, though. I don't think this is some outside shit. You know,
this is self shit.
It's all about be careful about how you can fuck that shit up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that negative energy that you have, not, because somebody out there is trying to know you, girl. You are the negative bitch you be talking about. Like, eliminate that shit. Change that shit.
You are.
So when I was thinking about all of that, and it's crazy because I pulled this last card as a clarifier in terms of what's the best way to go about all of these changes, you know, like being aware, being careful, eliminating energy, changing lifestyle. And the last card that came up was inaction is the best action. Your current situation is
your ass. Oh my God.
Your current situation is in harmony with the course of nature. Everything is as it should be. Accept this and do nothing. Focus on learning and experiencing. Allow things to unfold. Bitch, focus on learning and experience. What? Accept this and do nothing? What do you mean? I gotta get on the train. Like,
I am the train.
We gotta get to Chicago from Los Angeles
today
at 11 a.m. because the third train leaves at 4 p.m. So if 2 trains meet at this time, then we gotta be there by 11 o'clock, and that's 5 apples plus 2 cars equals. You know, like, that's the type of shit. You be dead serious. Like, I gotta do all this. I gotta do this, this, and this for my life to look like this. I have to do this. I gotta do that. Man, it's like, really, you gotta do all that. Today,
Nowhere else,
right
now.
Inaction is the best action. you might very well be exactly where you're supposed to be, but you can't freaking see it because you got the negative energy. You're doubting. You got your own worst enemy in that shit. Your mind fucking you up. You might be, like I said, remember I was saying earlier about the other habits you can have in terms of success, health, happiness. You might be hella imbalanced with the health and happiness part that you so focused on the success that those things are suffering. Like it's a lot of, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes we can be the reason why. And I know that's hard for people to understand.
But it's real.
But it's real as fuck. A lot of times, most of the time, we are the reasons why things are the way they are. Whether we are waiting on something, waiting on somebody, waiting for permission, still stuck on this, stuck on that. And I'm only truly speaking from experience, so I don't want anybody to think that I'm just any better than anybody, because it's not true. I deal with this too. But sometimes the best thing to do is to do nothing and sit with that stillness. And in that stillness, you can see things a lot better.
Yep.
Instead of rushing to get on the train from Chicago, get to LA at 11 p.m. Instead of doing all that, ask yourself why you trying to get to LA from Chicago at 11 p.m. and trying to get there by 4 p.m. and 2 apples and 3 cars and 2 llamas in the debt. Like, why are we trying to do this? Because sometimes that's what life be feeling like. You like, and then it's like,
you're juggling the unnecessary.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that just don't go together.
It don't go together, but you trying to do it. But you're trying to do Noah's Ark on the train to LA to Chicago, trying to pick up animals and shit. Just trying to do the most. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when we think about our life and our lifestyle, and it's like, oh my God, none of this is working. Like, oh, this is so crazy. Like, you have to be like, okay, well, why do you hate this? What's so crazy about this?
Or why is it not working?
Why is it not working? Because it could very well be working, but your mind frame around it is, like half empty. Could be looking at it in a way that, a shift in perspective is all you need.
Or it's not working and you need to just stop. And just
sit
recognize
still.
that this no longer serves you. This is not the path that you're on. Things have evolved, and maybe you don't have to get rid of it completely. It just isn't going to look or feel or go the way you're used to it. And you have to adjust.
Yep. And I will say this. There's always somebody out there that wish they were where you were.
Listen.
Like, you are somebody
no matter how
blessing.
fucked up your situation is or how bad you think it is, there's somebody out there who would gladly
take your space.
Trade places with you and be grateful.
Yep.
For the raggedy shit that you feel like you got going on.
Let me tell you. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Okay, that's the reading right there. Well, let me say this real quick. So, I had Olivia, Olivia stayed with me over the weekend with my mom, right? Now, mind you, we had a full weekend. We went to the beach. We did the beach thing with mom. She came and stayed the night with me and my mama. The next day, my mama, me, and Olivia, we met with Rochelle and Shirley. We had a whole day with my Lola.
We went to the bakery.
We went to the Filipino bakery.
Nice.
We had dinner. They went to the park and walked the dogs. Everything, right?
Full day.
So, what was it, today? Well, there was one time, yesterday. But today, I was getting ready to go to Target, and Olivia was like, can I come? And I was like, and I was taking the baby with me because where I was working, and I was like, I'm just gonna put her in the car and do this pickup order. And she asked if she could come. And I was like, no, it's okay, babe, I'm gonna be right back. She got so stank. And I was like, did we not just have a full weekend? We just had a full weekend. What's wrong? I was like, and I had to sit down and be like, you don't have to be everywhere all the time at once.
Yeah.
Rest, relax. I said, you had a full weekend. I said, we did so much stuff. And because she couldn't do this one thing, she got so stank. Yesterday, when we were going to go to the pool and we changed our minds and said, no, it'll be too much. Same thing. And I was like, we spent the whole day at the beach yesterday. And so today I was talking to her about being grateful. Like, you don't always get to do everything you want to do when you want to do it. I was like, but you just spent the last 2 days doing a whole bunch of fun stuff and you enjoyed it. And I was like, sit in it, rest in it. It's fine. You don't have to go. It's okay. You don't have to be everywhere. When I tell you, this girl went and took a nap, and it was a long nap. It was a 3 or 4 hour nap. This girl was asleep. And I was like, she woke up and I was like, you better have your rest. She had a rest day. She decided to take a rest day. And I tell her all the time, the decision that you make is going to determine your day. And I was like, you can either fix your face and enjoy this rest day. I said, or I can send you to bed. Because this attitude is really, you can go to bed. Do you want to go? And she was like, no, So she fixed her face and we had a good day. She ended up taking a nap. And because I'm like, cause they caught up with her. I knew she needed to sleep.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't have all these activities. So I'm saying that to say, sometimes you need that rest day, or sometimes you need to look at yourself and see like, what things have I ignored? Or what things that am I completely overlooking? Like the great things that I have in my life, that I have going on, that I have experienced, but I'm not allowing myself to see it because I can't do this one thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't get this done.
Right.
Whatever. So say perspective is everything. Do your best and understand that your best changes. And when your life changes, so does those things.
Yes.
And be kind to yourself.
Yes.
In those changes, in those times when things have shifted. I know I'm talking to me. Damn it. This is me talking to me like, bitch. Ooh, bitch. Just try to be nice. I'm gonna do it. I'm done. I'm over here. I receive.
That's all you can do sometimes. You just gotta.
That's it.
So you just gotta receive.
Just receive and do your best.
I want to point out that when she pulled the cards, that in this previous picture would change your lifestyle, there's a man looking up in the sky and there's this tiger. And to me, I feel like in order to look up and see and receive, you have to sit still. You know,
because you wouldn't have seen that time.
You would not. You wouldn't be able
forward.
On a train.
On a train.
Headed to Chicago at 4 a.m.
Now you got 8 apples.
8 apples.
And 2 bunnies and 1 duck.
2 bunnies and 1 duck.
Why?
Passing 3 cars going 45 miles per hour. Which car is going faster on a quarter tank of gas? Like, what? I used to hate them fucking questions. I'm like, bro, that has nothing to do. What?
Why you throw this
just
random
throw shit in there just to throw you off?
Right, yes. They gonna get there by 9.
Stuff you don't need. Stressed out about stuff you don't need.
Those are the ones
This car gonna get there by 7 because they took the main roads. They took the highway, so they probably gonna get there sooner. Like, but yeah, I used to hate the question. But yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Like sometimes you gotta sit still. And if anything, it might make you work faster, like smarter. You take the time to figure out what the fuck you got going on.
Yeah,
because there's certain like.
Bullet train.
Speaking of self, like there's steps that you have to take, and the more you avoid those steps because you're looking for that instant like gratification, that instant I reached and achieved this goal, you will miss out on the bigger picture because you're avoiding this one step, or several steps. And
sometimes there's so many steps. Girl. If you take them a day at a time, you can get there.
Yeah,
I'm telling it to myself. That's to myself.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
It's okay. We're all in agreement. We're all here.
I agree.
We're all here. Tap and agree. Boop. 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 Everyone just put your finger on your head and press it and go boop. There you go.
That's for you.
Anytime you need to reset, just go boop. That's it. You will feel better. You will. And if you have to hold on,
right, just hold. Sometimes you go
boop, bitch, boop. Reset.
Okay.
Bullet train. Headed to Las Vegas at 2 a.m.
No.
2 cows in a Cadillac going 65 miles per hour to Albuquerque.
Why I saw the 2 cows in the Cadillac though? Why I saw it? The Cadillac was cream. Why did I see that? Cream, veg vanilla, peanut butter
going Albuquerque. For what reason? Why is this in the equation, sir? How does this make sense in the end? I don't know. We don't know.
Oh my God.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
It's late.
Thank y'all so much. It's late.
If y'all listen to this at like 12 p.m., just get into it. Just get into it.
Get into it. Thank y'all so much once again for being here with us. This is Therapy Not Therapy. I don't know. New episodes every Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week, right?
We'll see you next week. Yes. We're back on schedule. We're back in the studio. You know, it's been a lot. And we are learning our lessons. Some of us are getting our ponytails dragged.
Yes.
Just a little bit harder. And it's fine.
Just a little bit.
Because the lesson is in there. So find the lesson. Take a minute. Slow down. This is me talking to me. I'm not even talking to y'all no more. Slow down. Sit down, girl.
Yeah, I'm embracing it. I'm going to get into my ponytails this next season with this hair.
Yeah.
So that if she decides to pull it, it will come off and I will go free. You can
detachable
have it.
ponytail.
I'm getting a drawstring so you can keep it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Lord.
You just see me run away with a little ponytail. said heaven, bitch.
And I just
No,
see
it's
this
$20.
I hear the song "Slow Down," and then she's just running, and the ponytail's just like in the air, just majestically falling. She's running.
You
like,
can't get me, bitch. Can't drag me if my ponytail isn't real.
Oh my god, y'all. This is TNT.
I'm ahead of the game. You guys have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Yes. Hold that pose for me.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Hold that pose
from me.
Little ponytail, boom.
Yes. Okay, we're done. Good night.
Good night. Goodbye.
We'll be back next week. Follow us on the socials at TNT Podjacks. Thank you so much. Send us an email at tntpodjacks@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube. You know, Crafty Hoko, get your reading, all the shit. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much.
Goodbye. Yes.
Therapy Not Therapy is produced and edited by Mr. Al Pete on the MPN network, and the intro music is courtesy of Wes Harris. The song's name is Chamomile, and that's tea.
That was cute. That's tea.